The value of epsilon 0 equal to 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12 coulomb square per Newton meter square. Coulomb's law in vector form. If you write the Coulomb's law in vector form, we have taken two charges Q1 and Q2. The position vector of Q1 charge is R1 and position vector of Q2 charge is R2. To take the position vectors, we have taken a origin O. Now we take the two forces. First we take force by Q2 charge on Q1. That will be equal to F12. So if you take the F12 force, then we take the distance, vector distance R12. So if you take the R12, how much? R12. R12 means direction from Q2 to Q1. So we have from triangular vector addition R2 minus R1. R2 minus R1. And this will gives the from triangular vector additions direction R12. So R12 equal to R1 minus R2. R1 minus R2. If you take the F12 force here, so 4 pi epsilon 0 from Coulomb's law, Q1 into Q2 R12 square, and this is the unit vector. This one is the magnitude R12 square, distance ka square from Coulomb's law, and this is the unit vector from 2 to 1. If you take the distance R21 means from directed distance from Q1 to Q2, and this becomes how much according to the vector triangular vector R2 minus R1. Therefore F21 force on charge Q2 by charge Q1 F21 equal to 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 into Q2 R21 squares. This is a scalar form, and if we take the write in vector forms, so we vector direction, we take the distance R21. So this becomes, in this way we write the Coulomb's law in vector form. Force between multiple charges. We have taken three charges here, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Position vector from O. For Q1 the distance position vector is R1. For Q2 charge R2. Similarly for Q3 charge R3 vectors. So force between Q1 and Q2, if you take force between Q1 and Q2, we write F12, and distance, vector distance is R12. So F12 equal to how much? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 R12 square, and unit vectors. This is unit vectors R12 cap, and vector distance is R12. Now F13 force on Q1 charge by Q3 charge, F13 vector distance is R13. So F13 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q3 R13 square and R13 cap. Therefore total force on F1s, this one is F12, this one is F3. So resultant of these two vectors, we get another vectors F1. This will give the final total force. F1 is equal to, from the vector parallelogram of vectors, F12, F13, vector additions. So 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 R12 squares R12, and 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 R13 unit vectors. So we can adding. So force between multiple charges will be sum of the vector forces. For n charges, Q1, Q2 and up to Qn. So total force on Q1 equal to how much? F equal to F12, F13, similarly F1n. So total force on charge 1 is equal to adding vector by vectorly. Examples. Here one example is given. 3 charges Q1, Q2, Q3 each equal to Q at vertices of an equilateral triangle of side L. What is the force on a charge Q? Force on charge Q, which is at a point with the same sign as Q. So Q, a small charge, has plus charge placed at the centroid of the triangle as shown in the figure. This is the centroid and you have taken a Q, capital Q charge. And A, B, C, at a point we have taken Q1 charge equal to Q and B, Q2 equal to Q, and at C, Q3 equal to Q. The distance, all the distances are L, L, L. So this is an equilateral triangle. Here from the geometry, triangle ADC, 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 we can write AD equal to, from right angle triangle AD equal to AC, this one is 30 degree, therefore total the equilateral 60 degree. So ADC triangle, AD equal to how much? AC cos theta. AC means how much? AC equal to L and cos 30, so root 3 by 2L. By symmetry methods, AO equal to BO equal to CO. These distances are by symmetry methods will be equal. Now AD equal to, from geometry, 2 by 3 AO. AO equal to, we have to calculate the AO, BO and CO. So AO equal to how much? 2 by 3 AD. So 2 by 3 and AD we have calculated here, root 3 by 2 L. So AO equal to 1 by root 3 L.